Hey, so today I'm going to quickly go over the two moves that are going to be making up the body of our 11 a.m. strength conditioning workout. So just two moves. Today's workout is pretty simple. The structure is going to go like we start 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we have 10 reps of our two moves, and then we're going right into a round of 9 reps, 8 reps, 7 reps, all the way down to 1, and then we'll repeat that one more time, doing the movements on our other side, okay? So, two moves. First move, we have a plank variation where we're gonna really get into the obliques. That's why we're taking one set to focus on the left and then one to focus on the right. And in between that, we have a simple conditioning power movement that requires a little bit of jumping, not too much, but I will give you an alternate in case you don't wanna jump. So, into the plank. And this plank is pretty advanced, so I'll show you how you can modify it if you're not able to do the full movement. So, coming into a good starting position in my side plank, as usual, I'm keeping a few things in mind. I've got my elbow underneath my shoulder to begin with. I'm gonna push up into my plank and double check, are my hips stacked, my glutes are squeezed, my abs are squeezed, so everything's nice and straight like a board. And then, after that, for this specific variation, I'm just gonna place my bottom foot right in front of my top foot, so it's kind of heel to toe. Okay, and then from here, if I'm doing the full movement, I'm gonna crunch up, bring my elbow to my opposite knee, and back down. Double check I'm back into that good plank before I do my next rep. Okay, so really feeling along this bottom oblique. Now, if you cannot do that, it is pretty hard to lift your foot and your hand at the same time. I'm gonna ask you to start practicing either just the knee, which is still gonna be pretty hard, or if you need it to get a little bit easier than even moving your leg, if that's bothering you, we'll just move our arm. So we'll go elbow to hand, elbow to hand. Whichever variation you choose, you're going to be getting some good rotation, good oblique work. So just choose the one that's challenging for you, but you can actually do really well and get a lot out of. Okay, so we've got 10 reps of that in our first round, and of course counting down into shorter sets after that. Our other movement is going to be a little bit of a heart rate raiser. We're going to do a squat jack. So this one does get a little bit of jumping in, but it's not too much because it's kind of side to side, not up and down. So a little lower impact than a regular squat jump. So we're going to start with the feet narrow, toes pointing forward, jump out and down into a squat, together, out and down into a squat, together. I'm making sure my toes are pointed forward the whole time so that I get that good lateral movement, inner outer thigh, good balance work. Now, if you don't want to add any jumping in, what you can do is add a weight into a similar move. So grab a weight. I don't really have anything good in my bedroom, but I'm going to use a book. Okay, so I've got my book. I'm gonna, of course I'll want something a bit heavier during the exercises, but I've got my book just to show you how you can do the move. We've got our weight at the collarbone, front racked positioning here, down into a squat, push overhead, down into a squat, push overhead. So if you don't want to jump, but you want to add some intensity in, just look around your house for something heavy, maybe a bag of rice, maybe some actual weights, maybe some gallons of water, whatever heavy objects you have lying around. So we've got 10 of each of those, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flip over, 10 on the left, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then with the remainder of our time, we're just gonna get into some good strength moves for those areas that we need most with all of the time we're spending sitting at our desks, and other movements that will help us to kind of advance in our conditioning workouts.